We learned a lot about diseases and pests. Do a lot of practice. Nothing more than to prevent and control the occurrence of pests and diseases. There's actually a term in plant pathology called the disease triangle. It can enlighten us a lot. The disease triangle is the occurrence of a plant disease. 3 things must happen: pathogen, host, and suitable environment. Just triangle the disease. It won't matter if you master pest control. In other words, if we can control any part of this triangle, you can control all plant diseases. In fact, think about it, and the new coronavirus prevention and control principle is the same. Virus transmission must also meet the conditions of the disease triangle. Then there's a virus, susceptible population, and appropriate environment. So control any link. Can effectively control the epidemic. Like avoiding contact with the virus. We need to wear masks. Try not to go to high-risk areas. Vaccinations are also available. Build one's resistance. Make yourself no longer a vulnerable group. Also pay attention to the environment of disinfection, indoor ventilation, and so on. Such an association does not think that all diseases can be prevented. I trust your confidence has grown. Next, let's go back to the plant disease triangle. First, the host. There are 2 steps to solve or reduce the occurrence of pests and diseases from the host. The first step is breeding and resistance selection. Disease-tolerant varieties of plants are like people. Strong resistance will naturally be less sick. Even if it's a disease or a bug, the plant will also be much more tolerant than a weak plant. Also be careful. Resistance is also relative. It is recommended to select varieties that are resistant to endemic or intractable diseases. The second step is to do a good job of water and fertilizer management in production. Grow healthy plants. Build up resistance. Pay special attention to disease prevention during the growth period, when the plant is susceptible to disease. Prevent and treat disease as soon as it is found. Then there are the pathogens. Diseases are caused by germs. Get rid of the pathogenic bacteria, and you won't get sick. Pathogens are just like people, have their own favorite temperature and humidity. They also go dormant when environmental conditions aren't right. At this time, if they are removed from the wintering and summer places, it's a lot less likely to happen next season. The presence of pathogenic bacteria is a potential threat to plants. Moreover, there is a certain incubation period after the bacteria invade the plant. So disease prevention is important. If prevention is not in place, or the plant is sick, as soon as it's found, the sooner the better. And finally, the environment. It is necessary to destroy the winter and summer grounds of bacteria. Many germs overwinter on weeds or diseased remains, like the weeds in the fields, or the pruned branches of the orchard and so on. It's going to have potential pathogens on it. We need to clear them out and create an environment inhospitable to germs. Each species prefers a slightly different environment. Crops are managed according to their preferences, creating a microclimate that is not conducive to the growth and reproduction of bacteria. Most diseases like high humidity. Then in the production we should pay attention not to water, not too dense. Do not overuse nitrogen fertilizer, because nitrogen fertilizer tends to make plants green and vain, cause mutual obscuration serious. Poor air permeability. The grass in the field should be cleared. Pay attention to ventilation and light transmission. So that's all about the disease triangle. Plant disease must meet the pathogen, susceptible host, and suitable environment. Therefore, we should prevent and control every link. Diseases have a hard time catching on. That's all we have to share today. See you next time.